Hi everyone, Renee here. How are you? Welcome to this week's Pick a Card reading. Now this week we also have a theme going on. The theme is fairies because I just launched my latest jewelry collection, which is called Flutter Dream. And the theme of this collection is freedom and flight. And it features fairies, wings, butterflies, and dragonflies mainly. And the color scheme is purple, green, and blue. And most of the pieces feature iridescent beads, colors, metals, and also chromatic beads and colors. So if you want to know more, I'm going to link or put a video at the end of this video. I'm going to put in a 1-minute video that I had launched on my Instagram page, Crown Lotus, and also my Facebook page, Crown Lotus. So you can kind of get an idea about this collection. And it's a great collection for people who love fairies, for people who love jewelry and sparkle, and especially that color scheme. And also it's a great collection for younger people who love all of those things. And if you wanted something adjusted, I do free adjustments. If you wanted a bracelet in a little bit of a smaller size or a necklace a little bit shorter or whatever, I do free adjustments as well. So check out that video. It'll be at the tail end of this Pick a Card video for you to watch. And the link will be below, all right? So that being said, which card do you feel drawn to right now? Is it card number 1, card number 2, or card number 3? Once you've made up your mind, you can look below at those timestamps and fast forward to your reading. As always, thanks so much for watching, and I hope you have a great week. Hello, Group 1. If you chose the first card, this is your reading for the week of March 12th, 2023. So let's see what your first card is. You got Forest Spirit, and it reads, you have the wisdom to make changes in your life if you act with authority and let go of doubt, right? So this Forest Spirit, this Forest Fairy is all about letting you know that this week is the time to try to let go of your insecurities and of your doubts, taking charge of your life. So now we're going to draw another card from a different fairy oracle deck and see what else I can tell you about your week. This one feels pretty good. And it's Jewel of the Sea. Now, there is a book that comes with this deck, but when I do readings, especially, video readings, client readings, I don't look in the book. I just work intuitively. So for me, what I'm getting here is kind of being in touch with your emotions. Water is emotions for me. In the tarot, water, cups are emotions. I feel like this is living in your emotions, allowing your emotions to flow this week, because that's going to aid in your sense of freedom. You can't heal yourself unless you bring up and face your emotions. So that's kind of what I'm getting psychically from this oracle card for you, Group 1, is to be brave enough to feel the emotions you feel this week, let them out, face them so you can let them go, okay? Let's get into the tarot and see if I can tell you anything specific about your week, Group 1. What else do you need to know about your week? All right, that feels pretty good. Queen of Swords, 3 of Wands, 2 of Swords, the Hermit, and 4 of Swords. All right, so this week, Group 1, what are we looking at here? Give me just a moment. Okay, all right. I feel like if you are in a relationship, one of these might be you. You might be the Queen of Swords or the King of Wands. Doesn't really matter. There's air energy with the Queen and there's fire energy with the King. I feel like you two are growing closer and closer together. Doesn't matter your signs, really. and you're looking into the further future. You're making plans for the further future this week. So things are looking and feeling pretty solid as far as a romantic relationship goes for you. There is a choice to be made. So let's take a look at this choice that you have to make this week. Okay, that's kind of fitting with what I was just talking about. We've got the Two of Wands right there next to the 3 and the 3 of Swords on the other side. So essentially it's up to you. Are you going to choose a path of faith, of taking that leap, taking that chance in this relationship, or are you going to refer back to a bad memory or your broken heart from a previous relationship? All right, that's the one path, your fear leading, or the new path is your faith leading. It's your choice, and it's going to be completely up to you, because I feel that the other person is full in, okay? For some of you, this might be flipped. For some of you, the other person might be having the trouble with healing from a past relationship that maybe ended badly or whatever. So it's kind of flipped. But overall, it looks like you are meant to be together. You're meant to spend more time together. You're meant to get to know each other a little bit better, okay? Also, this path of brokenness, this path of fear, would lead you to being alone or feeling alone with that Hermit card. So that's kind of an interesting link that I'm seeing with the cards right here as well. Let's take a look at the last few cards. Yeah, that is definitely playing a huge part in this whole situation with you and this other person. Again, whether it's you or the other person, that is your greatest fear. That is, or their greatest fear. That is what would keep you or this other person from being fully committed or being, what's the phrase, like all in for this relationship. Is that going to be overcome? Is that fear going to be overcome? I would say yes. We have the Four of Swords, which is kind of, you know, it's a stalemate. It's sleeping on it. It's like not doing anything or making any hasty decision. Maybe the Hermit card is also here because you or the other person needs a couple of days to kind of, like I said earlier, with the Jewel of the Sea, kind of be in your emotions or their emotions. You know, bring them up, feel them fully, let them out, face them, whatever, so you can let them go. I feel like that's kind of what's happening here. And with the Knight of Cups, we've got you or the other person coming back into the relationship with their heart open and ready for the next step, the next level, whatever it is, whether it's to become engaged, get married, plan a wedding, move in together. That's what the 2 and 3 of Wands are all about, planning for the further future. You know, you've gotten to this point. You've overcome a lot of obstacles together in this relationship. And your goal is to reach the next level, which is to plan for the further future, to see yourselves together in the further future. All right, so definitely this card said it all at the very beginning. It was giving us a little bit of a precursor to your reading that it's going to be super emotional for you, Group 1. All right, let's look at this first card again before I draw a few more tarot cards. So again, it says you have the wisdom to make changes in your life if you act with authority and let go of doubt. So letting go of doubt and also letting go of fear, the fear of having a broken heart, the fear of getting hurt again. Okay, letting go of that and having faith. Letting your faith trump your fear is kind of the key to your week, Group 1. Let's draw just a few more tarot cards. What else do you need to know about this highly emotional week? Could be a crucial week in you making a decision about your relationship. The 4 of Pentacles, all right. Money is good. 6 of, yeah. As far as your work goes, that's fine. Work, your business, your schooling, whatever it is, you're doing great. You have done the work, and you will probably soon be moving kind of to the next level in your work as well. So this is a week that's preparing you for kind of a leveling up in the relationship and in your work as well, which would be getting your dream job or getting a promotion or a raise or whatever it might be, or the position you've been trying for, right? That's kind of what that points to. So overall, pretty emotional, but in a good way. Just prepare and, you know, have faith. Have faith in your own ability to make the right decisions, because we did start out here with the Queen of Swords. She's very rational, but also you have to remember to think, not think with your heart, but kind of, you know what I mean? Like, use your emotions, your intuition, your emotional intellect with your logical intellect to make these decisions here and to move forward. So let's draw you a final fairy card for the week of March 12th. Group 1. What else does Group 1 need to know overall about their week? I like this one. And it's quiet time, which really goes back to that Four of Swords here, which is all about kind of resting, sleeping on it, thinking about it, meditating, just taking a moment, maybe to be alone with your emotions, to fully face and maybe grieve the end of an old relationship, or the trauma or the hurt or whatever it is that you've been trying to heal from. Kind of spending time alone. I feel like it's a turning point very soon. Maybe not all this week, but very soon is a turning point for you emotionally. And yeah, you're going to need some time alone this week. There are a lot of these orangey colors here, the orangey brown. See all the mushrooms here of the wand cards, as well as the watery cards, the greens. So essentially for you, I feel like it's dealing with and facing emotions, but also staying grounded and following your passion. Heart chakra and the sacral chakra are the ones you want to focus on this week, Group 1. I hope this helps you, and have a great week. I'll see you next time. Bye. Hello, Group 2. How are you? So let's take a look at your first card for this week. Doorway to Fairyland, and it reads, imagination is the key that will open doors and show you the way. So using your imagination will be key this week, using your creativity. Let's draw you another fairy oracle card for the week. Let's see what else I can tell you, Group 2. This feels good for you, and it is rescued. Interesting. So what I'm getting psychically with this image is for you to accept help. Most of you, I feel like you need to accept help from others. For a few of you, maybe you're going to be called upon to help others. Some of you, maybe both is happening here. But I feel like for most of you, honestly, it's accepting help and not doing it all alone, because Group 2, I feel like you're very independent. You're also just natural helpers and maybe even natural healers. That's kind of the energy that my guides are getting for most of you. And, you know, you're probably not used to accepting help. You're used to being the one that's taking care of everybody else, all right? This week, we've got other people wanting to help you. Multiple people is what I'm hearing. And your guides want you to accept this help, all right? Because it's going to help lift some of your burdens, you know, lessen your load, so to speak. So accept the help that's offered to you this week, Group 2. Let's get into the tarot. See what else I can tell you about your week. All right, that feels pretty good. We have the Three of Coins, Six of Cups, Strength. I love that card. I just love the artwork in this one. It's one of my favorites in this deck. Ten of Pentacles or Coins, and the Knave of Wands. All right. That is the Page of Wands. All right, so let's see what is happening here. 3 and the 6. Okay. Yeah, honestly, I just love it because group one had the same thing happen, like right out of the gate. The tarot was kind of validating this oracle card. And for you, there is something you need to get done. There's something that you've been, oh my gosh, just struggling to finish. And what you need to do is get over whatever kind of attitude you've had against someone, family member, friend, who maybe you haven't talked to in a while, because they're coming forward here to help you. There is a group dynamic here, a small group dynamic. You and another person, or maybe you and 2 other people, 3 people is possible. But there's a group dynamic here. And it might be tough for you to accept this help. It could be someone maybe you had a little bit of a falling out with, and they want to apologize this week. They want to make amends. They want to help you with something. Could be a business thing, an old business partner or a current business partner, or someone you work with who you haven't really spoken to because you've had a falling out. Well, you are struggling, okay? And you have not been getting along, you've not been seeing eye to eye, but they're coming in to help, and I feel it is sincere. It is very sincere. If it is an apology, if it is an offer of help, you know, they're giving you their hand of aid, of assistance, it is genuine, and you should accept it, is what I'm hearing. All right? That's kind of happening right here at the beginning of the week, probably Monday, Tuesday, maybe Wednesday. Strength is also courage. Have the courage here. There's the Tower, but the Ace of Cups is kind of trumping that Tower card. Interesting. Something has happened that your whole world was shattered in a sense, or something went terribly wrong recently. That's why you've been struggling. You could have lost a job or lost a loved one. Maybe you were married for many years and you lost your spouse and they were the main breadwinner, and now you're trying to figure out, how am I going to keep the home? How am I going to pay the bills? Find that inner courage through the situation. This is also unconditional love. The Ace of Cups is not just for me, not the soulmate card, but it's unconditional love. Accepting the unconditional love from family members and friends who want to assist you. Having the courage and the brevity to accept the help. All right? Also, high imagination here. Envisioning the future. I think that's going to be prevalent for you, or it's going to be important for you. Leaving the past behind with the 8 of Cups and looking into the far future and knowing you're going to be okay. You know, even meditating and using a mantra, especially with finances. I feel like that's like your main worry this week, group 2. You're wondering if you can keep the house. You're wondering if you can keep that car, make the car payment, make the rent week to, or month to month, or week to week, or whatever it is. So you're worried about finances. Do some positive meditations, say some positive affirmations. I see myself being blessed and taken care of and comfortable for the rest of my life. That's kind of what this card's all about. Leaving the past behind, leaving your worries behind, accepting the help. People are coming in from kind of all over. Another card about the home. So many of you might literally be worried about keeping your home. Or maybe you want to sell your home and you need some help doing that. You don't know what to do to start the process because maybe you've got a lot of clutter. I would know how you feel if that's the deal. You know, I've got a lot of stuff. That's what happens as you get older. You start accumulating more and more stuff. And then, you know, if you want to move or you want to sell your home, it just seems like such a huge burden. If any of that resonates for you, let me know in the comments. But essentially, you've got someone, at least one person, who is willing to help you. You need to accept their help and envision the future. Envision you being in a comfortable home, being financially secure, because there is unconditional love coming to you from others, if that makes sense. All right? Now we've got imagination is the key that will open doors and show you the way is the first card. And I think for you, group 2, the main thing with your imagination, it might be doing something creative, something new, something just for you. Maybe you want to start an art journal or just a journal in general. Maybe you want to write or write poetry or try something new. But mainly, the imagination you need this week is to imagine yourself as being secure and comfortable in the future and knowing that you're going to be okay, all right? That is your affirmation for this week. I am going to be okay. I am going to be okay, all right? Let's see what else I need to tell you. Yeah, there's the heartbreak, heartache, causing you this strain, this worry. But look at this. We have the Ace of Coins. Money is going to be okay. It's going to be okay. You are going to be all right. I'm not going to say it again. I know I've said it like 5 times. All right. Let's draw you one more card. Let's show you that little rescued word here and see what else I can tell you. I like this one for you, group 2. Look at that. I love when I get validation from Spirit. Financial flow. We're going to put that right next to that Ace of Coins. So for you, yes, yes. Make it the affirmation. Finances, do not worry about it. If you need to sell something, if you need to move, if you're trying to keep your home or your apartment or whatever, accept the help. Accept the people who love you unconditionally and want to help you. All right? They want to help you because they love you. They are being sincere. I feel for the most part, they will not, expect something in return. Maybe that's what you're worried about. Don't worry about it this week. This week, at least this week, the energy is of giving, not expecting or receiving, but giving. You maybe can kind of look forward to receiving, right? Don't expect it, but you can look forward to it because that's what I've been saying this entire reading. But be open to receive it, all right? And finances are fine. They're going to be okay, all right? I hope this helps you. Have a great week. I'll see you next time. Bye. Hello, group 3. How are you? If you chose the 3rd card, this is your reading for this week. So your first card here is Apple Blossom Fairy. And it reads, believe in your many strengths and follow the pathway that benefits you. Have confidence and follow the path that benefits you. So the focus seems to be on yourself and your own abilities so far. Let's draw you another fairy card and see what else I can tell you about your week, group 3. All right, I like this one. Whispers of spring, and isn't it? We are getting whispers of spring. We are into March here. So we've got just a matter of days until spring hits, at least in my neck of the woods. I'm in the Midwestern United States. So whispers of spring, look forward to that. Maybe you are a gardener. And you want to prepare for that. So that's a possibility. It's also, spring is the rebirth. Winter is the death or the end of the year, and spring is the rebirth. So possibly that could be a theme for you this week, group 3. But let's see what we get with the tarot. All right, that feels pretty good. 9 of Pentacles, 4 coins, King of Swords, Knight of Coins, 7 of Coins, and 6 of Cups. All right, let's take a look at these for you, group 3. Balance. There is balance within your home and balance within a relationship with someone who is being personified here as the King of Swords. Usually that's a male, not always, but usually it's a male who is an air sign, Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius, or that might be you. But I feel like for most of you, this is someone close to you. Maybe it's your wife or husband or your son or daughter or parent. but it's someone in the home with you, and maybe you've had a little bit of an imbalanced period where you haven't gotten along, the communication wasn't good, etc. We have balance here, is what I'm feeling. So there's a sense of peace. There's a sense of balance and peace within the home. We also have the Hermit that I'm going to add to that, which is going within. So you and or this other person here have definitely done the inner work to kind of feel, think, be, exist in a more balanced way. Okay, if that makes sense. Now we have the Knight of Coins. That's the slow-moving knight. Let's see what he or she has slowly brought into your life. Four of Swords is a period of rest. And the Emperor. All right. I feel like, especially with the King of Swords and the cards over here in the balance and the Emperor here next to the Four of Swords plus the slow-moving knight, what I'm getting here is male energy that's a little bit quelled. So it could be someone who perhaps was maybe exemplifying the more negative traits of masculine energy. Like think of the Emperor, right? Like the good traits of the Emperor are someone who's very strong and brave and protective and responsible and reliable and a leader that people look up to. But you can also get the flip side of that, someone who's more of a dictator and a control freak and has anger issues, can be physically violent, etc. I feel like in this case, someone who was maybe a little more brash is softening up this week. So if they did have a little bit of an issue with anger or control issues in your relationship, this is shifting. This is definitely shifting this week, is kind of what I'm hearing, and it's definitely what I'm seeing with the cards. So there's a softening of the masculine energy. Now, for some of you, this is you. You're softening a bit, and that is as it should be. You're supposed to soften a little bit because what we want to be as humans, at least in my opinion, is we all want to be a good mix of both masculine and feminine energy. You know, a strong and balanced female type of person also embodies some masculine qualities. I mean, and a very balanced and put together masculine person is a good mix of masculine and feminine attributes. At least that's the way I see it. You want to be a little bit of both. You have to have the yin and the yang, right? To be balanced, which is what justice is all about. So that's kind of what's happening here this week. We've got spring coming. Many strengths and follow the pathway. So follow your many strengths. So some of you, maybe you're a little bit more feminine. And in that case, following your strengths and following that pathway that benefits you might be a little bit out of your comfort zone this week. It might be you stepping more into that masculine leadership type of energy and being very brave. My guides are using the word being, the word brave. So in that case, that would make sense, right? Others of you, it's someone you know who's softening a bit. But yeah, for some of you, you're definitely pulling on those masculine qualities within yourself that might have been dormant for a very long time in order for you to achieve a goal in business, in a relationship, in your career, in your work, or whatever the situation is. Very interesting. And it's been a slow process for you to get here. But you know what I'm hearing as well is that this pathway opening up for you, whether it is a relationship shift or a work career shift, you wouldn't have been ready for it any earlier. It's been a very slow-moving process for you to become confident enough to do the thing, right? To open this particular door. If you would have been presented this door before you were ready, there's no way you would have opened it. You just would not have been ready. You wouldn't have been brave enough. You wouldn't have been strong enough. That's kind of what I'm getting. So it's all about the timing. So let's see what else I can tell you. We've got 7 of Coins, 6 of Cups. Two of Cups, and the Knight of Wands. I love that. All right, so someone kind of coming in, who you know, who you knew from the past, or someone you've known for a long time, is kind of coming in to strengthen that relationship. It could be the same person we talked about here, if this is all having to do with a relationship. It could be someone presenting themselves in a new way, right? In a softened way. That's a possibility. But if this is you, kind of honing in on your own masculinity, honing in on those positive qualities you need, this is someone kind of coming back into your life and wanting to establish a new relationship, to renew a relationship, to strengthen a relationship that might have died out in the past. They're coming in bravely. They're coming in, that Knight of Wands energy, kind of out of the blue, like out of nowhere. They might be texting you, calling you. Very unexpected, but nonetheless kind of a positive thing. It looks like it would be a fun little encounter. It could be just a friend. Might not be romantic. Might be someone who you're just supposed to spend time with right now and get to know a little bit better. Yeah, this is you. Queen of Swords. That is you this week. You are strong yet feminine, right? Ten of Wands, a lot of work. And the Queen of Wands. There's fire energy as well. A good mix of air energy and fire energy, especially with that Emperor and the King of Swords. We have the King and the Queen of Swords, and we have the Queen of Wands. So that kind of does speak of the balancing I've been talking about. Doing something passionate, doing something that you're passionate about, and also using your logical mind to make choices that you're confident about. That's kind of what I'm getting. I know I've been saying a lot in this reading, so let's try to just sum it all up. Essentially, for most of you, this is a balancing act that you are doing this week. Balancing your masculine with your feminine, and you're going to need that masculine to be brave enough to do this thing, to open this new pathway, this door that's coming, that's presenting itself in front of you. All right. For a few of you, this is a relationship thing where everything's balancing out. The person you love is balancing, where they might have been a little bit too angry, too temperamental, or whatever. They're softening a little bit this week. All right. And that's beneficial for the relationship, right? Also, trust your intuition, trust your logical mind, use both of them together in a work situation or a creative situation. There's a lot of creative energy is what I'm feeling for you. We've got a lot of these orangey browns here, which are wands, which are that sacral chakra of orange, which is creativity, passion, chemistry. That's kind of the energy for you this week. Anything you're passionate about, do it. All right? I mean, of course, use your brain, use your mind. Don't do anything careless. But whatever it is you're passionate about, I would say try it this week, especially if it's creative. All right? We're going to draw you one more card. I almost forgot. One more fairy card, group 3. All right, I think this one feels pretty good. Letting go. So what do you need to let go of this week? Letting go of your fear, your inhibition, and embracing qualities that might be generally considered more masculine, like, being brave, by being courageous, and being in charge, being your own boss, being your own emperor, empress, being in charge of your life, of your work, and letting go of your fears, I feel, is a theme for you this week. All right, group 3, I hope this helps you in some way. I'll see you next time. Bye.